Hey everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Bethany. Today we're working on a really fast, quick, inexpensive, and easy holiday project. I'm always wanting to make gifts for my friends and family for the holidays and just never get it checked off my to-do list with everything that's going on. I was determined this year and so set out with lots of scrap papers, bits of ribbon, some really cute stamps, and a great organizational tool to help me get it done. So let's get started. Everything for this project I've stored inside this Think Inside the Box Stadium Organizer. It's a great little portable organizational tool. If I want to work on this project or something else, I can carry it into the dining room, I can carry it into the living room, I can carry it into the kitchen table and work on it. For the calendar, we're starting off with a pre-made blank calendar that I actually bought online. Now, there are some elements that I included throughout this calendar because I really wanted to make it inexpensive. I wanted to make it cohesive to where it wasn't just mumbledy-jumbledy all the way through the months. I wanted the months to match, but I also wanted them to be unique. So I designed the calendar with 4 different elements, and to show you those elements, let's start with January. I have my blank 4x4 calendar, and the first element I'm going to use is just a scrap piece of blue pattern paper. The next element is a bit of ribbon. Now the third element are some stamped images. I actually found these really cute stamps that are through Impress rubber stamps, and I found mine on their website. This one actually happens to be their star snowflake. So I'm just going to get a little bit of black dye-based ink, press down gently, and lift up, and you have a beautiful stamped image. Now I wanted to add a little sparkle to this stamp, so I have this glitter pen. I'm just going to color inside the lines of the snowflake. This takes a little bit, but it dries really quickly, and if you don't want to get a lot of glue out and get glitter everywhere, this is a great way to add some glitter. And I'm just going to mat it on another piece of scrap blue cardstock that coordinates with that pattern paper. Here's one that I've already finished. I'm just going to adhere it right there. And the fourth element we're using is another Impress rubber stamp. This is actually the wavy frame, and you can see that this one I very lovingly use because I've used this a lot. This one is great. You know, I thought it would be nice to add almost some journaling to my calendar, and so I wanted a frame stamp, and I found this cute one. And I decided, here's one that I've already cut out. And you can see that I added the new year, snow and cold, hot chocolate, and icicles, because that's what happens in January. You can put anything in here, though. You could put birthdays that are happening in that month. Now let's take a look at the finished calendar. Here you can see January that we just did. Here's February. I have my stamped image. I have my piece of pattern paper, ribbon, and the wavy frame. Here's March, and I wanted to show you this stamp. It's really cute because it's actually a double stamp. I stamped the branch, and there's also a little stamp for the pink flowers. I thought that one was really adorable. Here's April. I liked this one also because I used some colored pencil. You can use all different types of things to, color your stamps. Here's May. I put the ribbon over my stamped image. There's the wavy frame. And here's June. I want to show you how I did June. So let me pull in my blank June page. I have my piece of pattern paper, and on this one I wanted to wrap the ribbon around, and so what I did is I just took the ribbon, I flipped it over, and I put 2 tapes on the edges, so I'm just going to put that right there. So the next element I'm going to use is another stamped image. This is the dandelion stamp from Impress Rubber Stamps. I liked this, but I wanted to use 2 different colors, and so what I'm going to use are some brush tip markers. These are great. Use the side of the brush, not the top, because that would take forever and it would mess up your brush tip. Use the side and just brush on that color. Make sure you have good coverage. Now I'm going to use a green. I'm just going to brush that on. Now you would think that this would be drying out, right? If you want to moisten the stamp before you stamp the image, you huff on it, almost like you're cleaning your glasses, and then there's your stamped image. Here's one that I've already matted and finished, and I'm going to adhere it right on top like that. Here's my wavy frame, once more, my 4th element. We're going to put it right there, and we're finished with June. Let's keep looking at the year. There's July. I used pattern papers, ribbons, cute little stamps. I used the glitter pen on this one again. I have a pretty ribbon on that one. Oh, and this one was really fun. I saw this idea on the Impress website in their ideas section, and I thought it was so cute. I have my September page. Now I have this large branch stamped image, and this one was kind of big, so I wanted to trim it down a little bit. I'm just going to trim off, just eyeballing. And if it sticks up off the top a little bit, don't worry about it. Now, since it's so big, I'm actually not going to use a scrap piece of pattern paper on this. I'm just going to adhere it onto a piece of red cardstock, and we're just going to trim that off as well. Now, the thing that I saw on the Impress website that I thought was so cute was they used this really cute little birch tree punch. I'm just going to make a few little punches to get some really pretty fall color. And these are really small. Now, just using a pen, this is a glue pen, I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on top of one of the leaves, pick up the leaf, and just put it right over that. And that way we're going to get some really cute fall color. I just loved this idea. Here's one that I've already finished. I've added all my leaves. I'm just going to add a bit of ribbon to match. And here's my wavy frame. And there we're finished with September. It's so easy. Let's finish looking at the year. Here's October. I used some really cute metallic paints. Here's November, cute little turkey stamp and that polka dot ribbon. And finally, here's December. So let's take a look at that one. Here's my December blank page. Now, I wanted to give you a little tip before I keep going. You might think, well, how do you design something like this? Because that's actually really the hardest part of this project, was figuring out what am I going to do. And at first I thought, okay, I'll put a piece of scrap pattern paper all the way across the top and then I'll decorate it. But I didn't like this because I thought it looked way too top heavy. That's why I decided to make the scrap pieces of pattern paper smaller to stay within the boundaries that the numbers created to have white space all the way around. Okay, so now let's take a look at the stamped image I'm using for this month. I have this really cute poinsettia, and I'm going to decorate it with my little favorite glitter pen, and I'm just going to trace around just to add a little bit of Christmas holiday sparkle. And I also wanted to add some dimensional pearlescent paint to the dots in the middle. Decorate your stamps and color them in different ways, and that's what makes it really fun. Set this aside though before you stack it on and then try to get all of them together, just because that dimensional paint needs to dry. Here's one that I've already matted. Here's my little bit of ribbon. I'm just going to put it underneath, put my stamped image on top, and my wavy frame. And there we're finished with our entire year just like that. Now, you might be wondering, well, how are you going to give this to people? You don't want to give it away like a deck of cards and they'll be shuffling all around and dropping them and all that kind of stuff. So what we've also provided to you is an envelope template that you can print out. I have one right here that I just printed off onto some tan cardstock. You can see the score lines right here. Here's one that I've cut out, and all you have to do is score these lines and fold these tabs in. Here's one that's already been folded, and I have a little tip on how to actually put the calendar in the envelope, because you're going to see that when I'm holding these together they kind of flare out. If you want to make this a more flat package, just cut it like a deck of cards halfway through the year, turn it to where some of the stamped images are on the bottom and some of them are on the top. Now all you have to do is put it onto your envelope, fold it closed, put a little piece of tape on there, and then you can wrap it with some ribbon. Here is one that I've already made. All I did was tie some green raffia on. I added some paper flowers and I put a little tag. This one is to my friend Cheryl. I hope she really likes it. I had so much fun making it. Now I wanted to give a tip to you about how to do this efficiently. I stored each month in a separate baggie. That way I could always find all of my elements. Like you can see right there, I have several Halloween and October stamps that I've already done that I can just slap it all together, get it done almost assembly style. I hope my friends and family enjoyed this calendar as much as I enjoyed making it. Download those templates and you can get your holiday gift list checked off like I did. See you next time.
For step-by-step instructions on how to create this week's project, download the design guide featuring special make-it-your-own bonus tips.